So we have seen some introductory part of this anharmonic oscillator. So anharmonic oscillators are, we can simply say that, which does not obey the selection rule for the vibrational spectroscopy. And what is the selection rule for the vibrational spectroscopy? That is delta V is equals to plus or minus 1. Now what is the difference between anharmonic and harmonic oscillator? So diagrammatically we can show that likewise. Okay, so for the harmonic oscillator we will get the symmetrical curve. Okay, so we have seen this, we are getting the symmetrical curve and the vibration in the given molecules are symmetrical. Okay, likewise we have obtained the curve for the harmonic oscillator, but for the anharmonic oscillator, instead of getting the this symmetrical curve, we are getting some unsymmetrical behavior, and due to this the potential energy change is quite different from the expected, from the ideal behavior, we can say that. And why this is so, why there is a constancy in the potential energy, and why that stretching of bond is become uh, less stretchable at particular value of this interatomic distance. So that is due to the nature of the chemical bond. Okay, that is due to the nature of chemical bonds, because chemical bond will break at particular value of energy, or if we stretch that molecule for a specific value of distance, then that molecule will be break down, and we won't get the that vibrational motion of the given molecule, because the atoms of that particular bond will be move independently of each other. Okay, so in order to consider for such real molecules, we have to consider the important case, that is the anharmonic oscillator. Okay, so now we will directly see the how that anharmonic oscillator can be incorporated into the harmonic oscillators. So the potential energy curve for the anharmonic system or such system, which is a true parabolic in nature, and hence the dissociation of molecule is difficult in the case of harmonic oscillator. But in practice the molecule which does not always vibrate as a simple harmonic oscillator, so some of the molecule will absorb the large amount of energy, and hence the amplitude of oscillation will be very highest. So what will be happen to the restoring force? So the restoring force become weaker and weaker, and the atoms may fall apart. So if the vibrational motion is become very much high, then the force, or the specifically restoring force which holding the two atoms together, is not sufficient so as to hold that two atoms anymore. So what will happen, the two atoms will separated, and the molecules will fall apart. So such a real oscillator is simply called as a anharmonic oscillator, and the energy levels which are not longer space between uh, that we have seen for the simple harmonic oscillators. So it will grows closer as the value of V increases. Okay, so energy level is going on, energy gap between the two is decreases, and they are merged into a single energy level at a particular value of R. So previously we have seen the energy for vibrational motion, that is V upon V plus 1 by 2 into Hc omega bar. But now we will see the specifically the anharmonic oscillator and its energy relation. So the equation which can be modified for the anharmonic oscillator by including the additional term which is called as a unharmonicity factor. Okay, so EV is equals to same, that is V plus 1 by 2 Hc omega bar minus A, where this A is nothing but unharmonicity factor, which is given by A is equals to V plus 1 by 2 square into Hc omega bar into X. Okay, where X is again a unharmonicity constant. So this is the actual behavior we will observe for the given molecule. So this is the dissociation energy of a given molecule. So whatever the amount is required for molecule to attain a constant potential energy, that particular energy corresponds to the dissociation energy for the given molecule. And also we will have the distance r, which is being what, remains constant. So for after some value it will remain constant, so whatever be the distance for that, we will simply call it as a that stretching or maximum bond length that can be have in the given molecule, and this is the equilibrium bond length. So molecule will try to stretch and regain its equilibrium value. So overall we can say that the energy of vibration in the anharmonic oscillator will be the combination of both harmonic oscillator and unharmonicity parameter or unharmonicity constant. So energy is what, V plus 1 by 2 square. Here it should not be square, okay. So it should be V plus 1 by 2 Hc omega bar minus V plus 1 by 2 square Hc omega bar into X. So these are the energy equations for the unharmonic oscillator. Now next term is the fundamental frequencies, first overtone, second overtone, and that hot bands in the unharmonic oscillators. So the energy for the vibrational oscillation in the unharmonic oscillator, which we have already obtained, that is what, ev is equals to, here again square will not come, that is v plus 1 by 2 hc omega bar minus v plus 1 by 2 square into hc omega bar into x, where this v is what, v is the vibrational quantum number, and previously we have seen that the selection rule for that is what, that is v is equals to plus or minus 1 for harmonic oscillator. But what about the unharmonic oscillator? So unharmonic oscillator is the real case. So we have observed that the unharmonic oscillator will shows the vibrations for which the delta v values are either plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, as well as plus or minus 3 also. So here we will be getting a lot more lines than the expected one due to the change in selection rules, okay. So for unharmonic oscillator we need to see the various energy levels related with its constant, okay. So for the first, that is for the first transition, that is v is equals to 0 to v is equals to 1, the energy absorbed is what, delta ev is equals to e1 minus e0. So for first we will put v is equals to 1, and for second we will put v is equals to 0. So here we will got 1 plus 1 by 2 hc omega bar minus 1 plus 1 by 2 square hc omega bar x minus, here we will put simply 0, and here also 0. So what will be the overall equation? Overall equation will be 3 by 2 hc omega bar minus 9 by 4 hc omega bar x minus 1 by 2 hc omega bar plus 1 by 4 hc omega bar x. So overall we can say that it is hc omega bar into 1 minus 2x. So the wave number of an absorbed line radiation, which is given by what, the energy absorbed is nothing but hc nu bar is equals to hc omega bar into 1 by 2x, like we have derived for the previously for the absorption frequency and the vibrational frequency. Likewise we have tried to derive the equation. So once we have derived that, so this hc and hc get cancelled here out. So we have been left with only what, nu bar is equals to omega bar into 1 by 2x. So this is the frequency that is going to get absorbed from the given radiation. Thus the vibrational band which is produced due to the transition from v is equals to 0 to v is equals to 1 is called as simply the fundamental band or the first harmonic band, okay. So this is called as a fundamental band or first harmonic band, okay. So remember the frequency values for this. So frequency value for the fundamental band or first harmonic band is V absorption bar is equals to what, omega bar into 1 minus 2x. So for the second transition, that is for the delta V is equals to plus or minus 2, the vibrational, we are saying this for the absorption, okay. Emission they will be reverse means from V is equals to 2 to V is equals to 0. So for vibrational transition from V is equals to 0 to V is equals to 2, the energy absorbed given again by same, that we will put V is equals to 2 here, and here V is equals to 0. So upon simplification, so we will get 2 hc omega bar into 1 minus, here minus sign should be there, minus 3x, and upon simplification for the new bar of absorption, we will get this hc cancel, so we have been left with only new absorption is equals to 2 omega bar into 1 minus 3x. Similarly, the this vibrational band due to the transition from V is equals to 0 to V is equals to 2 is simply called as a first overtone. Okay, first overtone or the second harmonic band. And for the similarly, if you solve the V is equals to 0 to 3, so we will simply need to put that V1 is V2 is equals to 3, here also 3, here 0, and here 0. So finally upon simplification we can get new bar absorption is equals to 3 omega bar into 1 minus 4x. So here the vibrational band which is produced is called as a second overtone, and it's also called as a third harmonic band. So it has been observed that the frequencies of the spatial lines for the fundamental line, first overtone and second overtone, are in the proportion. And what is that proportion? So proportion is simply, we can say that 1 is to 2 is to 3. Since the value of unharmonicity constant x is being very small, so we can neglect this term. Okay, since this unharmonicity constant is having very small values, so if we neglect that term, we will simply see that the omega bar, 2 omega bar and 3 omega bar, that is, they are in the proportion of 1 is to 2 is to 3. That is, this is fundamental, this is first overtone, this is second overtone. So in summary, we can say that in unharmonic oscillators, each different transition leads to the separate lines in the spectrum. So the first transition, that is the transition from V is equals to 0 to V is equals to 1, is called as simply the fundamental band. Then the transition V is equals to 0 to V is equals to 2 will gives you the first line or the first overtone, which is called as a second unharmonic band. And for the V is equals to 0 to V is equals to 3 will produces the spectral line called as a second overtone band or the third harmonic band. So the term overtone, which is generally used in the sense to apply to any multiple for the given fundamental frequency. So most of the overtones which are found in the near infrared regions, and these absorption are weaker than the fundamental one. So the frequency as well as its intensity of these overtone bands are low or weaker than the fundamental vibrations. So consider a numerical based upon this. So in vibrational rotational spectrum of HCl, the fundamental band appears at 2.886 into 10 raised to 5 meter inverse, and the first overtone at 5.668 into 10 raised to 5 meter inverse. First we need to calculate the unharmonicity constant, which is the value of x, and vibrational frequency of the molecule, that is nu bar. So for the fundamental band, we know that fundamental band V bar is equals to what? Omega bar into 1 minus 2x. So for the first overtone, it is what? V bar first is equals to 2 omega bar into 1 minus 3x. So just increase here, increase by 1, here also increase by 1. So we have been given with what? Values for fundamental band and first overtone. So simply just substitute the values. So we will get this 10 raised to 5, 10 raised to 5 get cancelled, and upon simplification of this, for the value of x, we can simply get the value of unharmonicity constant as 0.017. Now next is to find out the absorption frequency. So absorption frequency or the vibrational frequency will be same for the resonance. So if we obtain the value for omega bar, we can be able to say that it is the absorption frequency. So omega bar is equals to what? You can use any of the values, that is either first overtone or second overtone values. So we will use the first overtone value, we will use the fundamental mode of frequency, that is nu bar is equals to upon 1 minus 2x. So value of x is already known to us, so based upon this nu bar is equals to, omega bar is equals to 2.987 into 10 raised to 5 meter inverse. So next is the application of this vibrational rotational spectroscopy. So there are the quite few important application for this spectroscopy. So we'll try to see that applications one by one in the next lecture. Okay.